Welcome back, hero lovers and villain haters, to the Learn to Play City of Heroes Get Good Noob Guide. Today, we're going to be talking about everybody's favorite subject, farming. We're going to be farming for justice today because we have a slight issue that I've talked about a few times whilst doing my leveling here with my new Sentinel. Brand spanking new out of the box, started her 36 levels ago. We're talking about our good friend, the Grey Rayven. She hit 35 on the Strike Force I posted the other day, operative or no. And I was just messing around with my farmer in the background by the name of Styxx. And he got me another half level or so up to level 36 on a fire farm that I've created here in the Architect Entertainment building. It's a fire farm. Although I do have other farms, one for ice, one for negative, one for like electricity, energy, that sort of thing. So I've got different elemental types of damage. I have different farmers I use. But that's Styxx back there. Radiation melee, fire, dark, sort of your typical fire farmer build, although a little bit different. But anyway, the problem I've been running into is as I've been leveling up the Grey Rayven here, I've been getting recipe drops such as this Annihilation Chancer Resistance debuff or the Impervium Armor over here. And the problem I'm running into is that in order to craft them, I need to have rare salvage. And the issue I've encountered is that the prices on this rare salvage, in my opinion, are way too high. Now, right now, they're sitting at 600, which isn't too bad. But just a couple months ago, before I think this Halloween event is what triggered it, you could get rare salvage for 400, 500,000, no problem, every time, every day, if not less. But then, October, November, that sort of thing, getting into December here, I've noticed the prices have gone up, and this is fairly cheap. They've been running 700, 800, a million. And the problem with that is I'm on a fixed budget, right? I'm a brand new character. I'm a brand new player. I don't have a lot of money. Now, right now, I have 133 million, which is a decent chunk of change. But if you watch my previous videos, right, it took me a while to kind of get that nest egg built up. And part of that was crafting and flipping recipes. And so eating into my bottom line were the costs to buy rare salvage. And so in order to combat that Ebil marketeering that's going on out there, one way you can get around it is farming for not cash, but tickets. I don't know if some of you guys might not know this, but the AE system, and I can't speak for the original devs, but I believe the AE system was really not supposed to give experience points. It was designed to give tickets because the missions people were creating were, trashy or great or whatever. I mean, there's really no control over them. So I think the reward system initially was just going to be tickets. And when you get tickets, you come up here to the ticket vendor and you can cash them in for more normal rewards, right? You can get reward rolls of recipes. You get invention salvage, which is what I'm going to be doing with it, enhancements, etc., etc., etc. So you can cash things in. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to bypass the market in order to get tickets to buy rare salvage or salvage. So if you look here in the invention salvage, you can get arcane, you can get tech, you can get rare, you can get specific level ranges. Like I'm sitting here in the upper 30s now. I come in here and look at the rare salvage that's available to my level range. So if I get any more recipes up to level 40, and I don't have the stuff myself, I can come here in the tickets and buy these things for it costs 540 tickets. Now, hey, what does that equate to in kind of real game terms? Is that less than the 600,000 you just saw posted on the I was gonna say the internet, posted on the auction house? Yeah, I think it is because you can see right now I actually have 848, and I got those 848 by a single run of my farm, which Styxx was in control of, and I just door sat with the Grey Raven. That's how I got the extra half a level as well. But I got 848 tickets just sitting doing nothing. Now I'm running two accounts. I'm dual boxing here, right? So I've got Grey Ravens on one account and Styxx is on my other account. So I have just a dual monitor set up here, single computer. Grey Raven, I'm going to park her into a safe area when I go into the map. And then Styxx is going to go ahead and run and kill the stuff. The map that I'm going to be fighting, the minions I'm going to be battling, it's of my own design. It was designed specifically for Styxx, for a fire farmer build. So he's going to trounce that thing because they're going to mostly do fire damage, which she has a ton of resistance to. And then Grey Raven's going to soak up. I've actually shut off XP because I don't want to keep leveling that way because it's kind of not the point of this whole video series. I could level this character up to 50 any freaking minute I want to. Okay, I've done it plenty of times with some of my other alts. What I'm trying to show you guys is how do you start this game brand new, having nothing? What are the systems? What are the methods? What are the strategies for you to get stuff? And here is one way to get essentially free, rare salvage. It only takes you some time, and a farm that I'm going to be running is going to take me, I don't know, 10 minutes or something like that to clear the map. So in 10 minutes, I am going to have enough tickets here to buy a recipe. So that's what it is worth to me. If I left my XP on, I'm also getting XP. I'm also getting infamy while I'm doing this. So it's a way to get straight cash, experience points, and tickets that I can then use to buy stuff. So that's the way this particular method of farming is going to work for me. Now I'm going to go ahead and go onto this map and I'm going to show you what it looks like. And you want to be careful with this particular map. It's the Asteroid Map. Now I don't have any patrols or anything like that set up. So this big old asteroid, and there's just, I don't know, a dozen or dozen and a half or something like that, 20 different spawns of level 54 mobs that I've created, and they all do just fire damage. There is some smash lethal mixed in there, but pretty standard fare. So anyway, on this particular map that I've made, there's no patrols. You're not going to get detected unless you go run out there too far. So this is safe for you to kind of hang out. I'm just hovering up here in case when my farmer gets on their Styxx might scatter somebody, and then they might run over see Grey Raven and attack her. But right now she's got stealth. She's hovering. Let me go ahead and switch over to Styxx's POV and bring him on the map, and I'll be right back. All right, here is Styxx's POV. Here's the map that I'm running that I made, Fiery Impact, Dark Current. That's my global. Arc ID 51290. You can run this one or not, doesn't really matter to me. I don't use it too much unless I'm doing something like ticket farming, because the thing about ticket farming is each map has a cap for tickets. So the Grey Raven there, she got 580 whatever it was, or 800 whatever tickets. That was the cap for this particular map. Once you hit the cap, you can't earn anymore. So having a huge map like I would normally farm if I was just doing XP, I'd use one of my other farms. That wouldn't make any sense with tickets, because after clearing, a dozen or so spawns, you're going to be capped to tickets, and you got to leave the map because you're not going to get any more. I mean, you can keep staying on that if you want to. You're just not going to get the tickets. But anyway, that's the map I'm going to use. And when you first launch this or any of the AE missions, it's going to give you a choice of either standard rewards, which is recipes, salvage, that kind of stuff, or the architect rewards, which are the tickets. You still get infamy, you still get experience points. Let me go on in and enter this map. So there's other farm builds out there. I've actually run this guy and recorded the videos back when I did my 50/50 showcase videos a year and a half ago or so. He was one of the first characters I ran when I did 5 different builds for each of the archetypes that I play. So Styxx here. He's got radiation melee, fire, shield, fire, whatever they call it. And I went with dark as my dark mastery as my tertiary power here, and other people do different things. But I like the debuff from Darkest Night. Not only is it going to keep me a little bit safer, but it's going to allow me to pull. Like, I'm going to go, you'll see, I'm going to go over here and engage these groups. But I can throw Darkest Night over here, let's say, get these guys aggroed and attacking me. I've also got, I love Dark Obliteration. That's some really good range. It has a debuff as far as minus to hit, so I can throw that at another group nearby. I've got Taunt, so I could taunt another group. So my goal is I'm going to try to bring a whole bunch of guys towards me, so then I can obliterate them with, you know, Burn Patches, Atom Smasher, Dark Obliteration. I've got Void. So anyway, this guy has pretty high survivability. I've also got Melee as my hybrid, plus regen, plus defense. So I get into Melee. I think it's got like a cap of 8 or 9 targets. And for each target in range, you get like an extra, whatever, 2% defense or something like that. But it's going to bring my defense numbers up pretty high. I'm actually going to turn on defenses so I can kind of monitor it. You guys can see it as well. I don't have normally super high defenses because I'm just built more as a resistance build. So I'm going to go ahead and monitor, oh, I don't know, my range defense is probably the most useful because people be chucking stuff at me. Smash resistance 67. My fire resistance on this one is capped at 90. So monitor that as well. So there you go. And got 77 million infamy because this is my main money earner. And he's the one that I get a bunch of cash. I'll chunk it into like 50 million, you know, deposits that I'll throw in my email. And then when I make a new character, I just grab 50 million and get, you know, some basic IOs going with that. That's my normal way of doing it. But for these videos, I'm pretending I have no resources. I don't have a farmer. I don't know anybody. I'm just playing the game for the first time trying to learn. So if you do join a farm, typically fire farm is going to be going for just raw XP, raw infamy. So if you get on one, you're just going to be leveling up like crazy, especially if you took double XP. But the problem that I've mentioned a couple times is you don't get a lot of resources. You don't get a lot of recipes. You don't get a lot of salvage. You get some decent money, but you have to sell a bunch of just most of your drops to, you know, make like a couple million every run. It's not as lucrative as just the crafting and the merits that I've been showing you guys how to do the last couple dozen videos. All right, let me go ahead and get this party started. So I'm going to turn on hybrid, summon my pets because they're going to help me aggro. So I want aggro. Do this. Your offensive lore pet doesn't last long on these types of farms. But that's okay. I don't really need him to. Just give me a little bit extra aggro. You can see my defenses got up to, you know, 20-some% there. So I gained, I don't know, like 20% defense. Some of that was from the purple that I ate, but the rest of it's from my incarnate power there. My incarnate pet is invulnerable, and he does throw out a heal, but I'm using him mostly as just a aggro magnet. Like, one thing I can do with him is tell him to go to, oh, I don't know, over here, let's say. That should aggro some more stuff. Alright, call him back. So he's just pulled some more stuff for me. There we go. See, this guy is vet level 257, so I played him a lot, as you can tell. Not all farming. Probably 90% farming, but... But he can handle normal content. Buddy, come here and follow me. Problem I have with the Vanguard pets is they play range too much. Now this map usually takes me, I don't know, like 10 minutes to clear it, something like that. I know there's other people that do it way faster. I don't really, hey, great, good for you. That's not what I'm worried about. This guy does what he does, which is survive and earn me some cash. And if at any point I cap my tickets, I can always leave early by clicking the glowy here. I usually hit cap after, it's probably about another 3 groups left. So it's not really super critical that I leave. Always, get more XP by staying. And I'll liberally use inspirations when I'm farming. Whatever. I know some people are like, ooh, you're not a real farmer. Okay. When I'm farming with this guy, I mostly don't even bother focusing on what's next to me, because my PBOEs and auras are just destroying all that. I'll just keep focusing on what's at range, so I can keep pulling it in. And I just treat myself as a, nuclear furnace here. Taking a lot of heat. A lot of elite bosses on me right now. Find that once I got about 3 of them on me, that's when things get dangerous. This guy's not indestructible. But this farm is built for maximum XP. Post the nerf that happened with, what was it, page 4 of the last issue. 26, or I think it was. The XP for powers was nerfed. So you had to give your mobs a lot more dangerous powers and more of them in order to get the same XP reward. But I find that even despite that, there's some power sets you just can't even get 100% XP. Even if you pick every single power in the set. So, you know, what does that tell you? Let's see if I cap my tickets yet. You'll get a message in your loot drops here that you can't get any more tickets. Haven't seen it yet, but I'm sure it's coming if it hasn't already. And I'll use the hell out of these inspirations because I can always just leave after the mission here and buy some more at the AE store. When my hybrid is up and I have Darkest Night going, I'm pretty much am indestructible. Alright, yeah, I've hit the ticket cap. I just saw the message in my loot window. It says one or more architect tickets were not rewarded because I've reached the limit for the map. I'm taking some heavy ranged attacks here. Sorry, I'll finish the map anyway. Still good XP. And infamy. I'm at the aggro cap here, so I can't even get these guys to come closer. If anybody ever wants to get a video about how to build your custom mobs and to make a farm or whatever, just let me know in the comments. It's something I could talk about, how you go about getting your maximum XP. Some things I've learned as far as what powers you want to give or not give your custom mobs. Summon my pets again. Pull some aggro. And I got the one guy who throws out heals. That's the last group over there. Problem with these Vanguard pets, I think I already mentioned this, but they just like to range so much. And, you know, here you are in melee, so it's kind of hard to rely on them for heals unless you run closer because the guy's using Darkest Night. That's all he does. I really wish these I'd rather not have the pets be intangible, because then all they do is they're one-trick ponies for the most part. But when you have them tangible, then they freaking murdered in seconds. So there's got to be a happier medium here that we need to get. And a lot of these NPC characters I have here are actually based on my own character costumes. Because you can customize all your custom groups here with powers as well as costumes. So I just used a bunch of my other characters' costumes. All right, well, there you go. I wasn't really timing that, but it's about 10 minutes. So exit the map. And then we'll go ahead and take a look at how many tickets that Grey Rayven has now. So let me pause the vid and get her off the map. Be right back. All right, so this is interesting. I just checked, and she did not get any tickets for that run. As soon as I started, it said one or more tickets cannot be rewarded because I've hit the cap already. And only one of two things is happening here. Either I shut off my XP, and so it's not giving me tickets either, which seems bizarre. Or, this would be worse, is that if you set up your farm as a multiple map farm, like mine's multiple stages, you can set up to five in a row. Mine's 5 in a row. If it's counting them all as one thing. So I'm going to test this theory. I'm going to go ahead and jump back in there. First I'm going to turn my XP back on. Close. All right, so XP's back on. So I'm going to go back in there, and if she starts getting tickets again, then it's the XP being off, shuts off tickets, which is bizarre. If it's the other explanation that you hit the cap on a farm after just the first map, then I need to quit the farm itself and just restart it to get the tickets flowing again. But I don't think it's that, because I'm pretty sure Styxx was getting tickets with him. So let me go ahead and get back in there. I'm going to fire this up again. Let me get Raven Black, or Grey Rayven in there as well. So this is an interesting experiment here. All right, let's see who gets tickets. All right, so I'm monitoring Styxx's. Let me clear this crap. Got a clear loot window. Expand that up so you guys can see it a little bit better. Go ahead and get any drops with that. Let me go ahead and give Styxx some of the stuff that Grey Rayven's picked up. Give him some purples. All right. Try to get all large ones with her. Okay, let's see what happens here. Turn this on. Yeah, I'm getting tickets. So it's not that I'm running the same farm. I'll check Grey Rayven as soon as this group is done. That'll be weird if shutting off XP gives you no tickets. If that's true, then I would have learned something today. So I was trying not to power level her. Because the thing about these ticket farms is I don't need to run this with my farmer. I could find a map that I could farm with Grey Rayven. I could lower the difficulty. I don't have to farm plus force. I could farm even levels with her. I could create a farm just for sentinels. Alright, let me check her character real quick. Alright, she did get tickets. Interesting. Alright. So let me shut off XP again and see if I stop getting tickets. Alright, no XP. Let's see what happens. This will be really effed up if this is true. Go ahead and tag this group over here. And I believe the tickets you get are relative to the rank of the enemy. So more tickets for the higher rank. All right, let me check Grey Raven, see if she got any tickets. All right, so yes, she did get tickets. That's effed up. Doesn't make any sense. I didn't get any tickets on that last run at all. And now I turned XP back on and I'm got tickets. Then I turned XP back off and I'm still getting tickets. So why didn't I get any tickets on that second run? All right, I'm gonna leave XP off and see if I keep getting tickets or not with the Grey Rayven, okay? Because I wanted to see, like, what's the cap? It should be the 800 and something for this map. And I think that's pretty standard for all maps. I don't think there's different maps that have different caps. To my knowledge, they don't. Guess you guys get a little bonus farming. Bring my pets out. Yeah, that sorcerer's not going to last more than a few seconds on this map. It's too much heat. Literally. If you have another player, another farmer on this map with you, it's awesome because one of you, like me and my buddy who used to play, I haven't seen him in a while, who first got me into farming, Wind, if you're out there, what's up, buddy? But he and I used to run a map like this, and I would play fetch while he would stand in the middle and was just a grinder. I think he had a fire spines or something like that. So he would stay in one spot, and I would just herd stuff towards him and start collecting. And I used to use my fire tank to do that as well. I really gotta figure out that bind that converts your inspirations for you. If anybody knows what that is, you can post that in the comments. Or if any of you guys out there do your own ticket farms, let me know. But, you know, like I said, the thing is, you can run one of these in 10 minutes. So if you need, you know, orange rare salvage for something you want to craft, instead of paying, you know, 1 million or whatever, just freaking spend 10 minutes, run a farm like this, and buy it with your tickets. It's that easy. All right, I'm gonna see if Raven's still getting tickets. Yep, she's still getting tickets. Okay. I don't know if that was just a glitch or something happened, but I did that second run. I got 0 tickets. Boom. My hybrid's down. So this stupid Vanguard guy just stays at range, spamming his Twilight's Grasp. Meanwhile, you're getting your ass kicked in melee. That's my one regret with this build. Probably gonna end up leveling Raven again, which I'm not trying to, but actually no, I think I have her things off. I think I left it off, or XP. It's a fun little map. It's easy to farm. You can see all the mobs. If you don't have a lot of time, just want to run something for 10 minutes, this is a good one for that. I do have EBs that I created because they have the maximum hit points, and, you know, any decent farmer should be able to handle an EB. I know some people shy away from them because they're trying to get, you know, maximum clear speed, and EBs kind of get in the way of that, but they're so juicy XP, so. Let me check Raven's status here. Yeah, she's just earning tickets. Okay, all tickets, no XP. Tickets and infamy. Let me get these guys to come over here. Got those guys immobilizer there, so I can keep blasting them. Another lazy day in space. There's nothing wrong with farming if that's what you want to do. My only problem I have is when people like that's all they do and they're begging for one in LFG channel. I mean, considering anybody can farm, anybody can make a farmer, anybody can dual box. Just don't understand why some people are kind of, I guess, I don't know if they're being lazy or what, but you know, they just want to sit. If you're gonna participate, want to go beat the crap up, cool. Have at it. But yeah, if you run into people who don't seem to know what they're doing and they're level 50s, it's probably because they just farmed the character up and never actually played it. Or a lot of times they'll have a build in mind, but they don't have the funds to actually make it. So they get to level 50, start playing, but have no slots, no bonuses, no set stuff, because they're still trying to make money. And they'll like run task forces or something like that to get more merits to buy stuff. And those are usually referred to as AE babies. I mean, they were born and raised in the architect entertainment building, just doing farms. And pretty much any build can farm, as long as the enemies you're fighting do damage that is predominantly of a type that you are most resistant to or have the highest defenses to. And you also need about 3 good solid AoEs attacks. And a damaging aura is really nice to have as well. One of the things I'll farm with my other fire farmer is, I don't know if you, I think I played her too, is, yeah, I played her as well. She is fire armor, dual blades, brute. People are like, oh, dual blades, that sucks. You got to do all the combos. You don't. Uh, but even so, the combos are fun. But the dual blades has like 3 really nice cone attacks. All right, so I think I've cleared this map. I'm gonna go see how many tickets I got for the Grey Rayven. Let me exit this, switch over to her, and we'll do a little accounting and see what happened. Be right back. All right, here we go. So she earned tickets all the way through until 14 minutes. So basically farmed for 14 minutes. She got tickets the entire time and then stopped getting tickets for let's see, 1 minute, about another minute, minute and a half, 2 minutes at most. So the whole farm took about 15 minutes. And she got tickets for about 14 of those 15 minutes, and about a minute she didn't. So anyway, she ended up with the 2 runs that I got credit for, 1,696 tickets. That's 848 tickets is the cap. I believe that cap is for any ticket farm you do, doesn't matter the size or whatever. Once you get that 848, at least I believe that's how it used to work. You'd get set number of ticket caps per map, didn't matter what the map was. Uh, Boom, it really is no point to farming anymore if you only wanted tickets. But I was also getting infamy, as you can see, and if I had my XP on, I would have got a whole bunch of that as well. But I got, chunks of XP or infamy here because I think I started with 133 million or something like that. 131 million, I forget this. I think it's 132. So I got about 4.5 million infamy on 3 ticket runs. So I'm getting about 1.5 million just from the mobs being destroyed. You could get more money if you have recipes that you could sell, that sort of thing. And a level 50 recipe, a common IO, usually sells for about 100,000, so that's a pretty decent way to get some cash as well. So, if you're single farm run, I could probably make a couple million. But hey, in order to get 130 million, I'd need to farm 60, 70 maps of at least these small ones. You can go and get, I think usually my net income with sales and all that crap on a typical one of my bigger farms that I have, my big fire farm, this outdoor circus map, I'm usually getting 20 to 30 million. That's with my level 50 characters. That's, infamy from the defeats plus all this crap that I just vend and sell, all the recipes and things. And then I'll keep decent recipes for crafting. Like right here, I didn't get any recipes because I had that architect tickets on and regular rewards off. So anyway, you could farm either way. But what I'm going to do now is I've got those tickets. And if you take a look now, I can buy, what, 3 of them? 1,500. Yeah, so I can buy 3. So with 2 ticket runs, I've got enough tickets to get 3 of these rare salvage. And if I wanted, I could turn this into a farming, selling these stupid, you know, rare things. I could sit here and run this a few times, make enough tickets to buy, I don't know, 5 or 6 of these things, throw them on the market, get 500,000 bare minimum for them. Now you're talking about 3 million I could pocket for, an hour's work or something like that. I can make more money other ways, but it's just another way to get cash, right? It's another way for me to get these rare salvages that I need for my recipes. So when you hear me complaining that the people on the market are insane when they're asking for, this 600K, 650K for these some, now they're down to 550 for some of these, but I can sit here and in 15 minutes get the tickets I need to buy whatever the hell I want, even if I have no money, right? So this is, people out there, and hopefully this is educational for you guys out there. You don't need to pay the prices these people want. Like, why? There's so many ways to get around it. You don't have to pay the buy now prices. You can go tell the Ebil marketeers to go F themselves because you don't need to buy their crap, right? So don't get stuck in that trap and blowing all your money on, some sweet, things that you want right then and there. Lowball bids work. Ticket farming can work. Merits that you convert into converters and sell those. There's so many ways to get money, to get the resources you need. You don't have to rely upon what other people tell you something's worth on the market, because cornering the market on stuff is so easy. I don't know again, if you're new to the game, you probably don't know this, but hey, you go to the auction house and let's say I want to corner the market on something, or I want to control the supply. This game is stupid the way they make so many slots here for, let's say I have one character, right? I can sit here and say, all right, I want to buy 10 of these conspiratorial evidences, and I'm not going to do this, but let's just say I had $1 billion. And I'm like, I want a whole bunch of these. I want to corner the market on these. What you can do, and you can do this with your whole stable of characters. Let's say you got 100 characters. I mean, I've got a bunch. And you can sit here and do this. Just come on here and say, you know what? I'm going to bid the same thing, and I just keep clicking 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, click, 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 click. Right, I just put in 32 bids of 10 stacks. That's 320 of these things I just bid on. Now there's a whole shit ton of these things for sale, so don't get me wrong, but I could sit here and just bid up a whole bunch of these with a single character, and I'm not even done. I don't even know what your bid cap is. 50, 100, I don't know. But boom, I can start bidding everything up, and then when I buy the things, I can just store them in the market, right? Stored, bought. I mean, there's all these different tabs of all these different things that you can just lock down on a single character, right? And then I can go into my actual own salvage because I can put 152 pieces of salvage on my person, and then my vault reserve gives me another currently 80. So just on this one character, I can have 232. This is at this level. Once you get to level 50, you have more storage slots. You got all these bidding slots. And again, this is just one character. Multiply that by 100 characters. And just start to picture how easy it is to corner the market on things. Now, salvage would not be the smartest, lucrative play, but you could if you just wanted to F with the market and want to raise the prices on something. You just go and buy up a whole bunch of these things because they're going for whatever 600-700 at this. I go in there throwing 800k bids, right? If I have the money, which the Ebil Marketeers do, they can scoop up a whole bunch of these things, and there's no limit, right? You can sit here every time you buy one, you just put in another stack of 10 bids. Just keep doing that over and over and over again. And do this with recipes, for instance, and then you can buy up the salvage that goes into high value recipes, and then essentially corner that market, or at least make it favorable to you. You're never gonna completely lock down something because I believe the market actually stocks itself, if I'm not mistaken. At least that's the way Homecoming's market was working when they first relaunched the game, and I assume it still is. Because I don't think there's any way in Hades there's actually 900 some million of these things in reality for sale. I don't even know if that's a real number here, but I believe that the market reseeds itself every week or whatever it is. Don't quote me on that one, but I'm pretty sure that's the way it worked. Or maybe they initially, when they set it up, they just dumped a billion of everything on there just to have it, because it's a small server. You don't have tens of thousands of people playing the game to make the market work under normal forces. So it's all just kind of spiked like that. Anyway, there you go, guys and gals. Use ticket farming. Go ahead and get the rare salvage you want. Don't be forced to pay the Ebil Marketeers their, top dollar for everything they want. If you only need a couple of rare pieces of salvage, get some tickets. It's real simple. If you make your own farm map that people want to play, you'll also be able to acquire cash from that. Not cash, but you'll get tickets because every time people put in a vote for your story arc. Let's see, when I quit, I'll show you what I'm talking about. Like right here, I can sit here and star rank this fiery impact map, and when I do this 5 stars, Styxx over there on his account is going to get 5 more tickets that he can go and collect when I log in with those characters. So every time somebody plays one of your maps and ranks your stuff, you get free tickets by doing that, right? So another way to make some cash. It's not super fast, but it's a way to do it. All right, well, there you are. That's my little secret today about how to use the AE farm to help even the loneliest player out there who has nothing in their pocket. I don't need a farmer to do this. I can just go and find a farmable map. I could, look it up, put it up on the help channel. Anybody got a farm that I can do? You can go on the Discord server and ask about it. You can go on the forums and ask for maps. There's plenty of people out there talking about what maps they farm. And you can sit here and come over to the little console here and find a map to play that has, a farm. You can search for that. Search, smash, lethal farm. Boom. There you go. Bloody Rainbow, Comic-Con, SNL Outdoor Edition, blah, blah, blah. Right? A bunch of these are by like Brig and stuff. But you can come in here, find a map that works for you, lower the difficulty, right? Because you're only going for tickets anyway. So why not just lower your difficulty, clear the map quickly, get your 800 whatever tickets, 15 minutes, you're done. Over and over again. You want to do that asteroid map. Type in asteroid, search for that. Right. The big mobs on the asteroid hover farm with debuffer. 10-minute asteroid fire farm AFK updated for page 5. That's the page that nerfed XP. Harvester bots on the asteroid fire farm EBs full XP, etc., etc., etc. There's freaking farms up the yin yang that you can go run or make your own. It's easy enough. Takes you 20 minutes maybe to put together a crappy farm that you can just go and blow through and refine as you go. All right, I'm gonna wrap it with that. Have yourselves a good night. Peace out and take it easy.